I'm Joe.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Bourbon Boys. Let's pour a glass. All right, welcome back to Bourbon Boys. Tonight we have Yellow Rose Outlaw Bourbon Whiskey. All right, so I bought this myself. This is a mid-50s. I think it was like $55 or $56 for this bottle of bourbon. It's Yellow Rose, so this is distilled in Houston, Texas, I believe, by the Yellow Rose Distilling Company. I bought this on a whim. So my son, just a quick background, my son went to boot camp a little while ago, and he went there with a young man who they referred to as Tex because he was from Texas. So he came up to visit my son, and he got on to me because he looked through my bourbon collection, and my whole whiskey collection, and he's upset because I didn't have anything from Texas in my collection, which I never really gave much thought. But we went, like we do, out bourbon hunting, and we came up with a big goose egg for what we were looking for that day.
Yep.
And but they had this there, and I thought, wow, it's like fate, right? They had Yellow Rose. They had just gotten it in. It was new. They hadn't put it on the shelves before. And I thought, I'm going to try it. We'll bring it back. We'll let Tex have some.
Sure.
And then I can get him off my back about it, and we'll have try something new. This is also a 100% corn mash bill, which I know what mellow corn is the 100% corn, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
So I haven't tried that. Ben's had that before. I've not tried that, so I thought I want to try a 100% corn mash bill. I thought it's all the pieces are coming together. It's still pretty pricey, but $55. I bought it on a whim without really thinking about it, without really giving any research or looking anything into it. So I brought it home, and we're gonna try it out here. I won't go any further with that story in a minute, but we're gonna try it out.
Okay.
Now I have had this before. I have tried this. You have not.
I have not tried.
All right, so this is gonna be new to Ben.
Yes, can't
And
wait.
I have tried not to tell him my thoughts on this, but I may have let it slip once or twice. All right.
All right.
So, Yellow Rose, we're giving it a shot. What are you getting?
Not too terribly much on the nose or something.
I get just ethanol.
Yeah, smell the alcohol for sure.
Just alcohol. Whew. All right.
Take a dive.
That's all I get is alcohol.
Yeah, that's not.
Like rubbing alcohol. So
Yeah.
that's what it smells like. Grain or rubbing alcohol. I mean, just like rubbing alcohol.
Wow.
I know what's coming. All right.
That's hot.
This is, so see for the record, only 92 proof. It is not a high
Instant
end.
heartburn. That's
Yeah.
it's right there.
Oh, so I will say this. I got this home and I tried this. All right, let's try a little ice in it.
Dilute it a little bit.
All right, my first impression is not good.
No.
When I first sip, in case you can see, we are making the face on this one here. So I found out that this says Outlaw Bourbon, not because that's the name of the bourbon, which I thought it was, like, you know, Buffalo E.H. Taylor small batch. They're right. That's like the E.H. Taylor single barrel. I thought this was Yellow Rose Distilling's Outlaw Bourbon because they're from Texas, and I thought Outlaw was a play on it. Actually, that's not what it is. This is not bourbon at all.
I got you.
Really? Well, I guess technically it sort of is, but it's not what we consider straight. It doesn't say straight bourbon, so I got snookered. What they do is they take their distillate, which is 100% corn, and they put it in charred oak barrels, but they only age it for about 7 months. Because they say, because the temperature extremes in Texas are great enough that 7 months equals like 7 years or something in other parts of the country.
I don't know about that.
And they are sadly mistaken. 'Cause-
That ice does nothing, by the way. It does not help.
holy crap. All right. This is horrible. I
Yeah.
feel like I got ripped off.
I would say so.
Because what this tastes like is somebody making some whiskey, some bad moonshine in their backyard that you would tolerate because it comes right out of the still, and you sip it and and it's a little moonshiny stuff.
Yeah.
And then they took it and they poured corn syrup into it. That's what it tastes like to me. It's sickeningly sweet with alcohol. It is not good. And I know it's not just me because I brought this back and I let my son and his buddy Tex, I poured them a glass of this.
Both in college, right? Not picky.
Both Army boys in college with no money, and I gave them free alcohol. And you can see before I poured this, there's just a little bit gone. I came down, they each took about 2 sips and said, "We can't drink this." College boys, Army,
Yeah. Army,
Army college boys, given free, couldn't drink it. This is absolutely a ripoff. I've never done this before. We normally go to a break and finish this, but I'm gonna try it one more. I don't know.
Yeah. One more chance here.
No. This is the same. The more I drink it, the more the sweetness. It's just like drinking corn syrup with alcohol in it. It makes your teeth hurt almost. This stuff is, I've never done this before, but I'm gonna go the proverbial drain pour right here. It's gone. It makes me sad. It makes me a little angry that they would put this in a bottle and charge $50-some for it. For me, if I pay in the $50+ range for a bottle of bourbon, I expect it to be a little bit wild. I expect it to be something better than I can get for cheaper. Not that the $20 and $30 ones can't be wonderful, but when I'm paying that much, at least ought to be good. And I'm expecting it to be, wow, that's something really impressive. This is only impressive in that it's horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. And I feel like I got ripped off because they put Outlaw Bourbon means that it doesn't really qualify as bourbon by their standards. That's why they put Outlaw Bourbon, and they put a cool little leather strap on it, and it's a neat looking bottle. And I feel like a dupe that I got suckered in with. Cause I bought it. I thought Tex, we'll get it.
Yeah.
So stupid. I got
Didn't
ripped
work.
off. I'm gonna give it. I don't even have to go to break to talk about this.
No.
I'm gonna give this a 0
0.
on flavor, which I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever done before.
No.
And I'm going to give it a -1 because
On the
0's
magazine.
not bad enough for value.
Not
This is
only-
a -1 because I got ripped off.
Not only did they dupe you, but they charged you $50 for it.
Yeah, they didn't even let me lube up
I know.
before they bent me over for this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your
No,
thoughts on it?
I agree. It's pretty terrible. It was making the face the whole time. That's how you know, like when you got something bad, you make the face. But 0 on taste, 0 on value.
I can't even get
There's
the
nothing
flavor
here.
out of my mouth. It's
Yeah.
just, it's horrible.
Yeah, after we
You got
cut
2
here.
zeros. I'm getting
Yeah.
a
We're
0
gonna-
and I'm going -1 because I feel like I
Negative.
not only didn't get any value, I just feel
It's
like
personal for you.
I got ripped. Yeah, I feel like I got ripped off. I don't know if I've ever not been able. It's just horrendous.
That's pretty bad.
So if you see this,
Avoid.
walk right by it because this is garbage. It's a shame that anybody put this in a bottle and sold it like it's something special because it's horrendous. So
Yeah.
anyway, I hope you have better luck. Don't get ripped off.
Here's
Anyway, tell us if you had this. I'd love to hear what
Yeah,
you think
please.
about it, or if anybody else has. Actually, I'd love to hear what your worst bourbon is, because we always talk
Yeah.
about the best bourbon. But if you could tell us,
What's the worst?
what's the worst thing you've ever had to drink? Because I'm kind of curious, on a mission to find something worse than this, sort of.
That's a leader in the doghouse for sure. Definitely.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.